Everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we will learn to render list using the map method. Map method is used to transform the array of data into array of components. It is very similar to the map functions that we have in JavaScript. So let's start coding. Here I have the basic AMP component and the components folder is there. First I will create two types of list or arrays. One will be simple and the other will have more details like ID, type, name, like this. So our two lists are ready. First I will do a simple rendering. Okay, we will try to print the list items. Okay, this is how you will use map method. First open the curly brackets, then use the name of the list, then write map, open brackets. Okay, then we will use arrow function. Okay, I will use the next line, and here I want to display them as a component, and then I will have the list items here. Okay, so list item, list item. Okay, you see apple, mango, lychee coming up from the list one that we had. Why? How it is working? Actually, map will take all of the data in list one array, then it will pick one first item. Okay, that is the apple, and then it will render that component with h3. Okay, so apple will be the first item getting printed, then we will have mango, and then third lychee. All these three are components and not any simple list. You can also use li and ul, the list values what we have in html, to render them as a proper list. Okay, second thing is I want this data to be passed as a prop to another child component, and I want that component to render, though I call it just one time. Okay, so first let me create the child component. Okay, now here what I will do, in the same way I will use data. Okay, then again map, open the brackets, open one more bracket, and then use the arrow function. Okay, so right now we see that number of times child component getting printed, and you need to import the child component here. I'm using an extension, that's why it got automatically imported when I was writing the child component. Okay, then in order to pass the values, first let me use it as an item. Okay, I will name it as item here, and I'm going to pass them as a prop. Okay, so id is equal to item.id. again our item is having full values, like one item is having item, curly brackets open, id, type, and name. Okay, so our first item, if I want the id, I will have to use item.id for the way we use for json files and all. Okay, type is again, and the way we use props, so here I will give the name id, type, and name. Okay, and inside this I can have the values. I will have a small h3, and I will give id, and you will see the values changing. Okay, just see the values are 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, similarly I will have the type and name, type, name. Okay, you see this coming? Okay, so how it is exactly working? You can give any name over here. Okay, item, data, value, list item, anything you can give here. The thing is, you will have to use that same thing over here also when you are assigning the values. Okay, so or what you can do is destructure here itself. Instead of using item.id, item.type, item.name, you destructure it here also. Okay, so currently normally if I show you what our item is actually having, item is having something like this, the whole list is there. ID is equal to whatever value we were having, name is equal to whatever value we were having, and type is equal to whatever value we were having. One item is like that. Okay, and if I want to destructure it over here, here itself I will write ID, type, and name. So it will pick up, the map will pick just one value, okay, and then assign them. And instead of using it as an item.id, I will use directly. Okay, and save it. So in this way, this is the first component that gets printed up. Like this is the first component that gets printed. Item 1, type number, and name. Sorry, name, number is not there. Name is, and item is. Okay, so the first value gets printed, then the second value gets printed again, third value we have the type as vehicle, fourth value as fruits and banana, fifth is vehicle, sixth, like this. So in this way you are not writing the code again and again. I just wrote the child component once, but it has got printed 6 times because of the map method. Similarly, we have a filter method as well. I will discuss it in the next video. In that case, you filter the data which you want. Okay, one more important thing is you use key here. So you should always assign some key value. Generally we give ID as the key value, which should be unique. It shouldn't get repeated. So ID is something I'm having here which is not getting repeated. And if you don't write a key in the console, you will see error coming up. If you give the key, it will take it as a unique value. Okay, so thank you everyone. Hope you liked the video. Please like and subscribe the channel.